talking to Chris from Ubisoft, and we're at the Sony Holiday preview event.
Yeah.
And behind me we have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the multiplayer beta, which just came out on PlayStation 3. Is the beta going to be exclusive to PlayStation 3?
Yeah, it is.
So no plans to do a PC maybe or Xbox One in the future?
No, because the beta is going to be actually quite short. The game comes out really soon. So but maybe we'll do a demo for Xbox before it relaunches, but the beta is PS3 exclusive, yeah.
Last time we talked to you guys, we talked a lot about the single player. Yeah. A lot of people are familiar with it. For people who don't have PlayStation 3, so haven't had a chance to check the beta out, what's the sort of big deal about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the multiplayer? What do you guys bring new to that sort of multiplayer world?
Well, the main goal was to respect the franchise. You know, the Assassin's Creed games are very, very different from like most other games. We couldn't do a game where you just run and shoot and expect to have the highest kill per minute ratio. You know, that's not what Assassin's Creed is about. So we had to find a really original gameplay that fits the spirit of the franchise, and that's what we did with this multiplayer. It's really all about the art of assassinating, like the most sneaky and even twisted you are, the most successful you will be.
Now, how many different multiplayer modes are there?
There are two big multiplayer modes: the Alliance mode and the Wanted mode that we are showing today.
And the maps, how many maps we're talking, or levels you would say?
I don't have the final number of maps yet, but quite a few of them. Like, there are extracts from different environments, like even from Assassin's Creed 2, from Assassin's Brotherhood. Like, I mean, some are in a Venice mood, some are in a Florence mood, and a lot of are in Rome, which is the city of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Now, a challenge of a game that revolves around assassination, hiding in broad daylight, that kind of gameplay. When you have to play against the AI can be programmed to react to the player to give you that satisfaction of completing an assassination. But when you're playing against other people, how do you get that same satisfaction? How do you get that sensation of sneaking up to somebody and getting that assassination when the person you're playing against is obviously a lot smarter than the computer?
Exactly. Well, it's much more difficult to, I'd say, to do kill streaks for first. Yeah, in the game, if you're good, you can kill quite a lot. In the multiplayer, it's much more difficult, but the satisfaction you get from a successful kill and a good one, like stealth ones, clean one, has no comparison. You know, the harder it is, the most satisfaction you get from it.
Now, is the multiplayer going to be supported after post-release with additional maps and maybe DLC with different modes and other features like that?
Certainly, given the quality of the multiplayer, we're expecting it to be like a long-term multiplayer with a lot of support and following on our side.
And anything else you can tell us about it? Any sort of... I noticed looking in the background here, there's quite a variety of different characters that you can play in the multiplayer. I guess, are some of these characters from the single-player game in the multiplayer world? No. The way the multiplayer is integrated in the Assassin's Creed universe is that it's a training facility for Templars. Actually, all these players are Templars who are training in the Animus machine. That is like the game explanation for the multiplayer. So all these characters are proper to the multiplayer. They are not single-player characters. I noticed we have some different types of characters. There's females. Do they all have their own unique moves and assassination styles?
No, actually, yeah, they have their unique moves and assassination styles, but the main difference is the perks you'll be able to unlock and choose for your character. Because everything is about hiding and not being spotted by your adversary, and you have perks such as disguise, which changes the appearance of your character. It can be very important since your hunter has just a picture of you. So if you change your appearance, it lasts for like 15 seconds, but you are like quite free of your hunter. And there's also another power called Morph, for example. If you're close to some NPCs, like non-playable characters, and use Morph, all these NPCs will turn in the same appearance as you. So like the hunter will be confronted to a group of persons who are all similar to you and not able to know who is you. You have a lot of such powers, and this will make the differentiation between the different characters.
Now, the multiplayer features are the same on all systems. Obviously, you guys haven't really talked about the PC very much. The PC version is going to have multiplayer as well, right?
Sure, certainly, yeah, of course. PC version is coming later, but it will have all the features of the console versions. And even more, because sometimes when we put out the PC version late, to make it up, we give the DLC with it. So you never know.
Fingers crossed that happens for the PC. I'm a PC gamer myself, so I'm looking forward to seeing this come out on PC.
Sure, me too.
Well, thanks for talking to us. Obviously, everybody's looking forward to this game. It's, I guess, would Assassin's Creed now be considered maybe Ubisoft's premier franchise? Is that debatable? It's Splinter Cell, obviously.
Yeah, we have like quite a few franchises. I mean, Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six. We didn't create Prince of Persia, but the modern era of the Prince of Persia game is like, we could consider that a big franchise. No, I think Assassin's Creed is the first big franchise that's created in Montreal and by Montreal. So it's very important for the guys from the Montreal studio. It's kind of their baby. Yeah, it's mostly like the first big UB Montreal IP.
It's nice to think that, Ubisoft, even though the parent company is French, we can call this a Canadian game.
Yeah, totally. And you'll be able to play even more Canadian once Ubisoft Toronto is putting out games too.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Well, thanks again for talking to us. Good luck with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Thank you.